Alright, so this is the video on how to install your air piping. Okay. Now, I don't know, I'm just seeing the delays in the video because I don't have enough memory. It depends on how this come out. I might do another video. If it comes out real shaky, then I'll just do another video. But what I did was I actually got this Cobalt 60 gallon. Alright, and we're talking about 11.5 CFMs at 90 and 155 max PSI. Now, what I did was I got this Cobalt gallon air compressor to do this right here. Now, don't be alarmed, that's just the guide coat that I put on as I'm at the final details of the exterior. We'll talk about that in other videos. Check out my other videos. But this is the standard size garage here that you have, and this is going to be again a quick video on how I did my air piping. If you checked out my other videos, you saw how to set up a air compressor. Just check it out. As you can see, I didn't do too much different. I still have that one line going to my I think it's that 30 amp in there, because it's a 240 volt air compressor. Alright, just check out the other video. I'm not going to explain it right now. But this is what I did for my air piping. I think as you can see, I got the black pipe. And what I did was I first ran this pipe from here to here to my pressure regulator. That's the first thing you want to do. Then after you run from here to your pressure regulator, remember you're hitting everything with pipes, and you need all of this to have Teflon tape be secured in there. You have to set this up you have to set it up in steps, okay? Alright, so after I ran that to my pressure regulator, then I got here to my water separator. So that pretty much gets everything off the rip that's coming out of here that has the water, because as you know, when air heats up, then it turns into moisture. I mean, I'm a chemist by trade. I think that's what happens. I'm pretty sure. Alright, so this is where you're going to be separating your water. I actually have mine just a little bit open so it continues to separate the water. And then this is my drain valve. Okay, so of course, what's more denser, air or water? We have no question about that, water. So anytime the air goes up here and then the moisture falls down, it's going to fall down at the lowest point. Alright, most of the time it's pushed out, but remember it's going to fall down at the lowest point. So that's where you go from the water separator to your T, and that's where you have your moisture or water that's going to actually drop here. And let's see if I got some from last night. Right on time. Alright. So when you're actually running your compressor, what you always want to do is you always want to let this out. There's actually a blow-off valve right here. But this is the valve just to open it up and let everything out. And of course there's a valve at the bottom here to always drain your tank. And I'm sure I have some in there too. Let's try to listen. No, I didn't actually have any. Alright, so getting back to this, as you can see, what I have is half pipes. And of course this is at 60 inches. So you got 60 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I got about 8 60 inches. So you do the math as far as feet. Okay. So I ran my line up here. You want to always, off your initial run, you want to run it at a slight angle. Why? Because we're trying to get the water to fall down into our drain valve. That's what we're going to call that, the drain valve. All right. So as you can see, we ran it all the way up here. And I call this the draft because I never did complete it. I was supposed to be mounted up to the walls and all that stuff. I just got to the point where I just said this will be straight for now. Hopefully nobody do anything crazy like run into it or something. Alright, so we got that valve. Black pipe. We ran it all the way across to this wall over here. Alright, so remember that we're going up and then now we're going down. Alright. Now, this is not your best setup for this, but the thing is, I'm only using this for my air tools and my air gun. So ideally, I probably wanted to break off and have another drain like right here. I really would, because that would allow for me to drain before I actually got to here. But I mean, that's fine. But I always have shut-off valves on every single T so I can shut off if anything happens. Alright, and this is where, of course, I connect it with my hose here. Alright, you know, my air hose. Alright, so this is for air tools. Now, when you get into your paint stage, or you need something that you really want to make sure that it's dry, that's when you get the dryer. Now, I have this DeViblis dryer because I'm a hobbyist and I don't do this for you know, day trade. As you can see, it needs to be changed as far as dryer, but you know, I'm just doing primer, so it's okay to run it. But getting back here, I have another shut-off valve, and as you can see, it's shut off right now. And let's see what's going on down here. As you can see, I have another valve here. You heard some of that? Yeah, that's just some of it. But that's the drain valve here, and this is the valve that's closed for the dryer. And then on the other side, you see the hose sticking out. So this is the DeViblis. It has a drain too. Whoa. Didn't know I had all that in there still. Wow. But anyway. Alright, so that's my setup. I know a lot of people was asking about it. And so I said, let me show you my setup. Like I said, it's not the cleanest setup, and I probably won't even go back and redo it, because it takes a lot to take everything off and blah, 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 blah. But just remember that your water has to drain down from where you at. So if it's going up, you want it to drain down, right? Because, I'm sorry, I never did explain this. What you want to do is, when you actually go way up, blah, blah, when you're doing all this, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the air to cool down. Once it cools down, then it's good air. If it's coming out that compressor and it's hot, let's say you just was doing everything directly from the compressor, you can get a lot of water in your system because the air is hot. Now, this is probably a good time to be doing this type of work, because as you can see, it's cool outside. Yeah, as you can see, it's cool outside. How do you know it's cool outside? But this is the best time because the air is really cool. The tank is cool, so it's going to actually help you out when you get ready for painting and all that good stuff. However, of course, everything is going to be cold with the paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this morning is block this car out. I'm actually going to block it out not with 180. Probably see if I can get some 100 and see if I can block this out real good and call it. And then just use my putty glaze over there and just do that and see how that all blocks out. Just check out my other videos, because I'm about to start rambling. But it's looking pretty smooth. But I can just feel the little waves. Somebody else might be, oh, that's great. Oh. No, I can feel those waves. All right, so that's it, guys. That's it. Later.